I'm Russ Bowen in the Breaking News Center. An update now on North Carolina absentee ballots. No decision today on ballots with incomplete witness information. This update after a hearing in Greensboro. The judge now taking the case under advisement without a ruling at this point. It all surrounds a settlement the Board of Elections reached last month. That settlement extends the deadline for your mail-in ballot, sets up drop boxes, and lets voters sign a form verifying who they are if there's an issue with the portion where a witness is supposed to sign that ballot. A judge in Wake County approved the deal last month, saying it's in the strong public interest, but Republicans have appealed it in hopes of having a federal judge block it. Remember, you can get updates on this particular story or any others at CBS17.com, as well as our news app, guys.
All right, Russ, thank you. Close to 11,000 ballots with incorrect information were mailed out. The name, address, and date of birth were all wrong, but still mailed to people across North Carolina. Now, a third-party vendor is to blame. The Board of Elections says if you get one, just throw it away. As Election Day gets closer, officials expect to see a record number of absentee votes by mail. But when do those votes get counted, and how do you make sure your vote is tallied? CBS 17's Colleen Quigley is live in Raleigh for us tonight. Colleen.
Well, Angela, today I learned that they expect a record number, 30% of those absentee ballots by mail. That's how they expect them to be cast, more than ever before. And I learned that those votes get counted as they come in, so they expect to have a majority of them counted by Election Day.
Election officials say more North Carolinians than ever before plan to vote absentee by mail. According to the latest numbers from the Board of Elections, of the state's more than 7 million registered voters, over 1,200,000 absentee ballots have been requested. And so far, nearly 400,000 of those ballots have been cast.
We anticipate about 30% of our votes being cast absentee by mail, which is substantially higher than what we've seen in the past in North Carolina. Traditionally, we only have 4 to 5% of our ballots cast by mail.
Karen Brinson-Bell with the State Board of Elections says absentee ballots get counted as they come in, a process already underway, but those votes don't get tabulated until Election Day. The same goes for early in-person votes.
We could very easily see 50% of the ballots cast during that one-stop early voting period. 30%, 50%, now you've got 80% that will have voted early in some fashion.
She expects 20% of the votes to be cast on Election Day, leaving the number of ballots, absentee, provisional, or military counted after Election Day to be very small, but stresses every vote will get counted.
There really can be some very close races. In my 14 years of working in elections, I've had 3 elections decided by 6 votes.
Well, back live now. Exactly how many ballots won't get counted until after Election Day? She says it's hard to know that, but they will have a good sense based on the number of absentee ballots that are outstanding. They also obviously can now track those that are still in the mail and where they are. Really important to remember, if you want to vote by mail absentee, you have to request that ballot by October 27th. So coming up pretty soon. Reporting live in Raleigh, Colleen Quigley, CBS 17 News.